Hello, it's Glenn from History Rocks and we've got another resource review for you today. Today we're going to look at an app called History at a Glance. Now this is free on iOS. There are some premium features, but we'll get into that a little bit later on, so let's take a look at it. So this is the app itself, and what I love about this app is it's a very visual way of showing a particularly tricky concept. Now the concept that a lot of children struggle with is that they tend to think that when you're teaching a topic of history that one thing happened around the world and that was it. So there was only the ancient Egyptians around at that time, there was only the Romans, there was only the Greeks, there was only Stone Age man in Britain going on, and this app helps target that kind of misconception and shows them it. Now the one that we're looking at here now is the one that comes free. It's just History at a Glance. It's a short history of mankind. And what happens is you can sort of interact with this kind of this globe, and down at the bottom where you can see this this timeline here, you can drag that along, and as you drag it along you see the little dots at the bottom. That shows that something actually happened. So when we pull it to there, we can see that something happened. I can tap on the actual dot itself and it comes up with the events. So we can see here in 25,000 BC we've got the Venus of Willendorf, and it gives you a little image of what it was, where it was, and if you click on details it gives you kind of a little précis of it. Now what it also does as well, down at the bottom, is it links to its Wikipedia page. Now I know some people are not so happy with Wikipedia, but it has improved a lot over the years. And as we go through, you can see other things start to pop up. So we can start to see that actually over here, sort of around Turkey and around Syria, that this is kind of where things were happening. So if I tap on each one of those, we can see all world's oldest temple. We've got Neolithic settlement there. We can tap on the details. But it's when you start getting into sort of your Bronze Age here, there, can you see all of those things just starting to really pop up there? It's showing that we've got Stonehenge going on over in Britain, but we've also got all of this stuff happening kind of the Middle East and towards Egypt as well, and we've maybe got some stuff going on as we go across here in sort of south of Asia as well. So to me this is a really visual way. I mean, you can see all those things popping up there. You can see all of this stuff kind of popping up, that it's all happening around the same time. You can see on my timeline I've got it so it's within about 200 to 300 years within each other. I can go even further with that and make it more specific, or I can make it a lot broader if I want to include a lot of stuff. You can just tell straight away that the children will be able to see, oh hang on a minute, this wasn't just happening in one place. Now in terms of premium content, there are different packs that you can buy, so you can see these ones here. Now the one that I would recommend is this civilization one. I can't remember how much it was maybe about £2 or £3. It wasn't much, but it charts kind of civilization and the growth of humans, where we started and where we developed. So you can see here we're starting over in sort of the middle of Africa, and then as we move along start to see we expanded, we moved a little bit further out here. I'm just going to make that a little bit broader to include a bit more, a little bit. Then we can start to see things developing and people moving along. So then we can start to see kind of where civilization started, what was going on. We can target certain things, we can look at certain objects in detail if we want to. We can see all of this happening all around the world as we're moving along. And to me, that just makes this a great visual tool for a concept that a lot of children struggle with, and I have used this in my own classroom and the children did kind of appreciate it and it helped them understand that a little bit more. Now I would couple this with something like the timeline that I've created on my website so that children can actually see the different layers overlapping. So it's free on iOS, just search for it in the App Store, History at a Glance, download it, give it a go. Maybe check out some of the premium packs as well, because they're not particularly expensive, but you do buy them for the individual iPad. So if you want to put them out on iPads for the children, you would need to download the packs on each iPad themselves, which could get a little bit expensive. But for me, I use this just stood at the front, connected to an interactive whiteboard, and I demonstrate to the children. One final thing that they do as well is up at the top, they have this kind of tree of how everything's connected. So you can see, if we have a look over here, we've got a sort of modern human and how that links to sort of migration, and how all of that links in to humans crossing the Bering Strait, how that links to the Emperor of China, and how the Emperor of China connects to the different dynasties, and how it all connects around the world. So you can see those kind of links if you want to go into that. You don't have to, but you can do. So give it a go, give it a download. Let me know what you think of it and how you get on with it, and happy history, folks.